Hey guys, welcome back. So about a month ago, I filmed a video where I took my first steps again in my wavy hair journey, and I was actually surprised by how many of you really enjoyed that and were invested in my wavy hair journey, and I really enjoy learning more and sharing that. So I thought today I would give you a little update on where I'm at now, what my current routine is, what I'm doing, and how it's going with my wavy hair. So in case you're really confused, this is my normal hair texture, I guess. This is my I woke up like this hair when I don't do any styling. Obviously it's a wash day, it's kind of greasy. So this is my normal hair. But my hair does have wave potential, and I have been trying to bring out that wave potential and hopefully get it to be a little bit more wavy. Right now I would classify my hair as 2A. It is barely wavy, but definitely wavy, especially if I try my best to style it wavy. In that last video, I tried your kind of standard wavy hair routine, did everything the way you're supposed to do it, and I thought my hair looked great. I got really good results with that, but I also realized that that whole routine was not compatible with my life, my daily life, because it just took way too much time. I think I took an entire day to go through that entire routine, which is just unrealistic for me, and also because I wash my hair every other day. Now, I do think I should probably clarify why I do that, because I got many comments on that in the last video. I have very oily scalp, and if I don't wash my hair every other day, I get all kinds of gross issues. Residue, it gets smelly, it looks gross, I mean it's greasy, I sometimes get dandruff. My scalp just works a lot better if I do wash my hair more frequently. And yes, I have tried stretching my washes. I spent the earlier part of my YouTube days trying to do that. It never actually took. I wasn't able to stretch my hair for longer than 3 days, and I was already pushing it, and yes, my head was smelly and it was not good, so I decided that is not worth it anymore. My washes won't stretch, it just doesn't happen, and all that happens is my hair starts to fall out because my scalp is not healthy. So yes, I do have to wash my hair frequently. What I have been doing for the past month is trying to figure out how much of the standard wavy hair routine I can get away with not doing. So basically, what is the minimal amount of effort I have to do in order to get still some kind of result. Basically what I'm trying to do here is still encourage some waves to form a little bit more while not completely changing my entire routine. My routine was already fairly curly girl friendly, so right now what I'm actually doing to encourage that wave on wash day is just doing my regular hair washing routine, which means that I will wash my hair, shampoo my hair, condition my hair, all while standing upright in the shower. I use a mask once a week, and I use apple cider vinegar rinses like every other week, I think. So I do all of that, and then I get out of the shower, and let me actually take you along for that part. Now, as for my shampoo and conditioner, you may know that I have been using Functional Beauty for years now for my hair, and I am very happy to be working with them again on this video. In case you're unfamiliar with the brand, Functional Beauty make customizable hair care that is fully personalized to fit your hair's unique goals and needs. I absolutely adore them. They make my hair feel so good, soft and shiny and healthy. I love that I get to choose a different color and scent with every set that I get, and of course that I can customize my hair goals according to my changing hair needs. So I am still working through this set, but for my next one, since I am now on a wavy hair journey, I decided to zoom in on that a little bit, and I got this beautiful lavender set, which is more geared towards my new wavy hair routine. I filled in my hair profile as wavy, fine and oily instead of straight, and for my goals I went for rejuvenate, hydrate, replenish hair, soothe scalp and strengthen. So I always go for lots of very moisturizing and nourishing ingredients, and that little bit of scalp health that we talked about, I need that. And as for scent, this time I went with all eucalyptus, which is a lovely herbally, very fresh eucalyptusy minty scent. I absolutely love how they print your name on the bottles. You can choose the strength of the fragrance and the color of your products. The hair mask I'm using right now is actually also Function of Beauty. I actually first noticed some signs of wave forming in my hair after I had been using Function of Beauty products for a couple of months. Function of Beauty products are dermatologically tested, they are vegan and cruelty free, they're also paraben free and sulfate free, and you can now check a little box that lets you select silicone free products as well. There's this little quiz on their website you go through where you first fill in your hair profile and then you fill in your needs and goals, and then you can choose all your fun personalizations, and that's where you can check that you want silicone free products for your hair. And that's all you have to do. They will create the perfect formula for you based on that test that you took, and it gets delivered to your door. You can now get 20% off of your first 16-ounce set if you click the link in my description box below and subscribe. And if you also become a member, you get access to lots of exclusive perks like free shipping, so definitely recommend that. Definitely be sure to check them out. I adore my Function of Beauty products. Thank you so much to Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. And now let's see these in action and hop to the bathroom. Welcome to the bathroom. I just got out of the shower. So first thing I do when I'm done showering is I squeeze the water out of my hair with this towel, and I just kind of scrunch it up against my head, hold it for a bit, let it go. I don't do any rubbing or anything like that. Then I just pile my hair into this microfiber towel which stays on while I'm doing my skincare. So that is done now. It's time to move on to the rest of my hair care. So the first thing I do is apply a leave-in conditioner. Using this one, Function of Beauty. I'm just gonna take down this towel. And what I have been doing, because that upside down styling, it just killed me. Plus, it doesn't really work for me because my waves are barely clinging on to life. So if I move them in any way, they just fall flat and disappear. So I need to make sure I move them as little as possible while they are drying. So basically, if I style my hair upside down and then have to flip my head back over again to start living, my curls just disappear. So I can't do that. So I have been styling my hair upright, just into halves. So I will pull it forward, not necessarily make a parting, which is kind of, you know, however it wants to fall that day. And then I will take the leave-in conditioner. I use a good pump. And I'll spread that through my hair. I just rake it in, and I haven't found a way to make sure that the conditioner is spread throughout my hair evenly while I also maintain my curls. If I scrunch from the beginning, I feel like I'm not covering all of the hair, and the same goes for the gel. So I just rake it through, which does pull it straight, but I will scrunch that wave back in later. So once my leave-in conditioner is in, then I go in with my gel. So I'm still using this Argan Oil non-alcohol, non-flaking styling gel. I absolutely love this. I feel like this thing is single-handedly holding up my wavy hair routine. In my last video, many people commented that it might be better for me to use a mousse. I might try that eventually, but for now I'm just really satisfied with the gel. I just need a really strong hold. Again, my waves are super fragile. They will fall flat if you so much as look at them. So I need something that will dry quickly and is extremely high hold. I take about this much for half my hair, and I wet my other hand with a little bit of water so that I mix that. There we go. And then I will spread that through one half of my hair. Then I split my hair into two sections. My hair is fairly thin, so I really don't need any more than this. I could probably just do one. I will bunch it up all the way up to my scalp. And then squeeze. And that's my clump. So then I do the other bits, same thing, squeezy squeezy, and there's my clump. Now, also in the last video, many people gave me the tip to try some curl defining techniques like finger twirling or things like that. I don't think my waves are ready for that yet. I don't feel like it really does anything or that it helps. So for now, I just let them do their thing. And I might be ready for that in a couple more weeks. But that is one side done, so on the other side I do the exact same thing. I feel like pretty much the only wave that always forms on its own, no matter what I do, is the one big band across here that just makes it look like I've been wearing a ponytail for too long. So yeah, I really need some definition on my ends. I've been thinking, by the way, that maybe to try and get some more definition, I might like to try a flaxseed gel, maybe later this week actually. and see what that does, if it helps, you know, give a little protein to my hair and maybe get a bit more definition. That is not a great clump. I'm gonna try again later. Okay, so then I rinse my hands, and then I take this microfiber towel again, and I will take those same sections and try and squeeze as much of the water out as I can. What is essential for my waves, because they are so fragile, is that my hair forms a cast as quickly as possible. So the more water I can squeeze out now, the better, and the quicker I will get to that cast stage. That's slightly better. Okay, so usually my clumps are very underwhelming, but I feel like I had better clumps in my last video, so something's happening here. I don't know if it's buildup or maybe lack of protein or something, but I need to figure that out. And now I will usually just leave this to air dry for about an hour while I eat my breakfast and everything, but sometimes when I'm in a bit more of a hurry, or now that I'm washing my hair a bit later in the day, I am going to go straight into diffusing with my hair dryer. I'm using this one, and now I'm just using a universal diffuser, which doesn't actually lock onto this at all, so I have to use two hands. And I'm very much considering actually buying the diffuser that goes with this hair dryer so that I can use that. But what I do is I will start on a low heat, low speed, or low heat, high speed actually, and start hover diffusing around my roots mostly, but also try and form that cast as quickly as possible. So let's do that. Alrighty, so once my gel starts to harden a little bit, that is when I will move on to Pixie Diffusing. So what I do for that is I take a section, usually about that same half that I've been using the whole time, and I will, can you hear that? That's crunchy hair. I will kind of bunch it up inside this diffuser bowl, bring it all the way up to my scalp. Make sure everything is in, and then I turn it on, hold it for a while, turn the blow dryer off again, and take it out. That's about 30 seconds, and then ta-da! More volume! So let's move on to the next section. And then I obviously repeat that on the other side as well. So then I will go back to this side again and repeat that process until either my hair is dry or I am thoroughly bored and cannot stand to do this any longer. So whichever comes first. I'm just gonna finish that and then I will come back and we can do the rest of the styling. This is my hair drying results with that technique that I just showed you. I must say I much prefer this over the upside down blow drying, which gave me very similar results but did not work with my bangs, and I found it a little painful, straining from my back. This is just much more comfortable and I feel like I get, once again, very similar results with it. So that actually goes for the entire routine that I'm doing. I feel like with this routine, the changes I make to my regular routine are minimal enough that I'm willing to do them every other day in order to see where my hair will go if I keep up this wavy hair routine. I do still feel like my results this way are fairly similar to when I do the more extensive routine, which makes it not worth it in my opinion, to do the extensive routine. Maybe, once again, if my hair does train to be a bit more wavy, sometime in the future I will add in more elements to make my waves more pronounced. But for now, I am very satisfied with this. It doesn't always look like this. In fact, it looks very different every time I do it, but that's the nature of wavy hair, I've been told, and it is my experience as well. I have to say, I think this is a good wave day. I like them today. I feel like I have a lot of volume and quite a bit of definition actually, and very little frizz, which is unique. So the only thing I do after blow drying is I do feel like my hair looks a little piecey, and it is still a little bit crunchy from that cast, even though most of it is squeezed out just by the diffusing. But what I like to do is I take this hair serum, again by Function of Beauty, and I just use 1 pump of that, spread it across my palms, and I will just kind of scrunch that in. And this just helps add a little bit of shine and also get rid of any clumps that are still remaining. I think we're good. You guys are lucky and I'm lucky. We caught this on a good wave day. So yeah, this is what I have been doing. You've been seeing, you know, all the different wave patterns that I've gotten in all my recent videos from the last month. One thing I haven't yet figured out is how to carry this through to the second day. Like, tomorrow when I wake up, my hair will be straight again like it was at the beginning of this video. I did this the day before yesterday as well. I just don't know how to carry this over the night. So if anyone has any tips for that, I would love to hear. I also think I will come back later this week. Might as well throw that into this video as well and do the Flaxseed Mask for protein and see if that changes anything. Makes my hair maybe a little bit more curly and bouncy. I will see you in a couple of days. Okay, so I made the flaxseed gel and I decided to use it first as a hair mask. So I just applied it into my hair royally and let it sit for an hour before washing it out. And now we are here. Yeah, I just washed my hair like normal, like I showed you last time. I'm just gonna apply my leave-in conditioner and everything. But apparently flaxseed gel also works as a hold product. So I could use it in place of my gel. I think I actually want to do that just to see what happens. I am kind of questioning whether it will be a strong enough hold for my waves, but I thought I would just try it out so that I know whether this is more of a maybe mask treatment type thing for me or more of a everyday styling product. And I also have no idea how much to use, but you need this much? Let's divide this. Ooh. That's a nice clump. Sorry about the drilling noise, but I'm gonna go in with my towel to scrunch out some of that water. I'm not convinced. I am not convinced that this is gonna be stronghold enough. I already feel like I'm not really getting good clump definition. In case you're wondering if I'm slowly going mad, yes, I absolutely am. I have gotten in touch with some realtors in the area, so we're still taking steps, but this is a different apartment. They have started renovations on another apartment in this building. Can you believe it? I think I'm gonna move on to diffusing now. Again, do the same technique that I did last time and see where that takes me. And so you don't have to listen to this anymore. Okay, and here is what it looks like. I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting much and I'm really surprised by how well this actually turned out, despite the very mediocre clumps that I got when I was squeezing. But I think it actually turned out great, and I think most of that is honestly due to the diffusing. I do want to just scrunch this out with a little bit of serum to break up the pieciness that I do have now. So I'm just gonna do that. But other than that, I am very surprised. I do think that I will, for the most part, stick to using the store-bought gel just because I don't have to make that. But I am actually very pleasantly surprised by these results as well. Let me know if you have any experience with flaxseed gel, if it, you know, does anything good for your hair at all, or do you use it as a mask or as a setting gel, or both maybe? But that is where I'm going to leave you with this update. I will continue to learn and experiment more with my hair and hopefully encourage my waves a little bit more, and we'll see how I do in a couple of months. I really hope you enjoyed watching, guys. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my wavy hair journey. Don't forget to check out Function of Beauty through the link in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more beauty, but also fashion, sewing and lifestyle content. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!